I'm Sarah Fergani with KENS 5 News Now. Crime scene tape could be seen all over a Southside neighborhood after a woman was shot in a drive-by shooting. This happened outside this home on Clovis Place around 2:30 in the morning. Police say the 19-year-old was sitting on the front porch with her boyfriend when someone drove by and started shooting in their direction. One of the bullets hit that woman in the legs. She was taken to the hospital in stable condition. No word on a suspect, but police did say the shooter got away in a black sedan. And there was a second drive-by just 24 hours before that shooting, and this one also wounded a woman. The shooting took place around 1 a.m. Sunday on the southwest side on Pine Valley Drive. Police say a family was hanging out in their backyard when someone in a dark car drove up and started shooting toward the home. A woman in her 50s was shot in the stomach, and at last check, she was in stable condition in the hospital. No word on any arrests right now. Claims that someone is trapping feral cats and killing them are prompting an investigation by deputies. Neighbors in the Meadow subdivision on the west side are sharing these messages on social media. In one of the posts, someone claims to have killed more than 150 feral cats. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says it's now investigating. Now, the nonprofit San Antonio Feral Cat Coalition says this is not an isolated incident.
There's a lot of instances regarding outdoor cats and abuse here in San Antonio. And if anybody's on the Nextdoor app or any of these Facebook groups, there's always something posted about some type of animal abuse towards cats.
The nonprofit says cats are allowed to be free roaming as long as they're vaccinated and sterilized. But if you're going to trap them, the proper thing to do is get the cats fixed. Under Texas animal cruelty laws, it is illegal to kill feral cats, and it is considered a state jail felony. Kids doing stunts on the road end up in a deadly crash. Now, a 14-year-old is dead and a 16-year-old is in jail. Deputies say 16s were inside a SUV doing donuts at a private property on Zigmont Road in East Bexar County around midnight Sunday when their SUV flipped over. The 14-year-old was thrown out of the car. The other passengers included two 17-year-olds and two 14-year-olds. The 16-year-old driver is now accused of manslaughter and injury to a child. The medical examiner is working to determine the cause of death of a man who died while in San Antonio police custody. Officers detained the 40-year-old man Saturday morning around 11 after they say he was seen pulling front door handles at an apartment complex on Bandera Road and Sherrill Drive. They say he appeared to be under the influence of something, so they took him to a city facility on North Frio to get medical help. While at the facility, SAPD says the man became unresponsive and later died. The hunt is on for a man wanted for continuous sex abuse of a child. I want you to take a look at this picture. Deputies are now looking for 33-year-old Charles Francisco Sanchez. They say he's about 6 feet tall with brown hair and brown eyes, although officials say he might have altered his appearance. Deputies say he took off with his family's car and abandoned it in Kansas. He could be in a different state or back in Bexar County. If you know where he is, call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. How about a chance to experience life on a ranch? Well, this month, the Working Cattle Ranch will take visitors back in time with an authentic cowboy breakfast for their 33rd annual King Ranch Hand Breakfast happening on November 23rd in Kingsville. Money raised will go towards the nonprofit Weavers of Love, which helps feed families and the elderly.
That's really what it's about. It's about bringing people to Kingsville, bringing people to our community, and then, paying that forward.
Starting November 22nd, they're holding all sorts of events, including a holiday wine walk and tree lighting in downtown Kingsville. San Antonio kids came together for a competition, giving students a chance to put their engineering and programming skills to the test, combining the fun of Legos with the thrill of competition. Shepherd of the Hills Lutheran School hosted its first ever competition's Robotics Competition, also called Shark. That competition consisted of 6 local elementary and middle school teams, along with the Shepherd Hills teams.
It's completely more fun because you're actually able to make it do something, where against just remote control where you're just clicking a little button.
The team with the high score was crowned Shark champions with an award ceremony to cap off the competition. Congratulations to them. How fun and what an achievement. All right, for today's forecast, Paul Morales.
All right, Sarah, it's warm for this time of the year. 87, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy this afternoon, and I think there's a chance for some strong storms tonight.
And that's KENS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Fergani.